Hello, beautiful bastards. Welcome back. How you guys doing? Good? Okay. I was checking my email and yeah, I have a couple minutes. Okay. I had the weirdest dream ever, bro. I was flying in my dream. I was flying. I love when I get to fly in my dreams, and I'm actually in control of it. But then most of the dreams you're conscious about, you tend to like experience nasty shit. So I was flying by these two dudes. They were filming something. Actually, I know one of them. He's one of my friends. Well, anyway, so they were like filming something for social media or something. I don't know. They had like this like really high-end camera, and he was like filming something into this huge abyss. There was like an abyss. I was flying towards it, and it was in the edge of a cliff or something. And then I flew by this dude, not my friend. This dude, I don't know who that was, honestly. This is one of those like generic dudes that you dream, but you don't know who that is. And then I flew by them, and then I bumped into his camera, and it fell off the cliff and it shattered in the bottom. So he was pretty upset about it, so he started chasing me, and then I started flying higher. But then we reached this place. There was like a handrail, and I was flying over it, and he tried to jump and catch me by my feet, but doing that, he fell over the handrail and he slammed into like the street below. It was like really high. It was at least 5 stories high, and then he slammed into the ground, and I felt so much satisfaction seeing him like I don't know why I felt so much satisfaction seeing him like hitting the ground that hard, and he died. And my friend said, "No, man, you died. I could even read his lips while he was in the floor, like he said, "What the fuck?" And then he died, and I felt really good about it. But then I woke up and I realized, hey, that's really psycho shit. I need to speak with my shrink about it. But while that happens, I Google it up. I ask Gemini, what was that all about? The dream was like honestly really weird, and he said that it means the camera represents external judgment. That there's some external judgment or worry that I'm feeling judged. And actually the person holding the camera dying, it represents my mind just like getting over it and don't care about it anymore. But it was weird. I'm normally not that violent. I'm a chill dude most of the time. And this person dying was like honestly shocking, but in the dream I felt like relief. This person died. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna trust Gemini, because Gemini is like useful. I don't know why people hate artificial intelligence. It's good. I don't use it though. I just use it for chatting. People actually use it for work and for like doing apps and selling and making money out of it. I just do it for chatting like an old person would. I'm just old. Yeah, so Yeah, I wanted to talk about this book. This book right here is a loan from a friend. Man, if you're seeing this, I have your book. I still have it and it's good, in good shape. So, this is the Silva mind control method for getting help from the other side. And this book is about like there's this method when you count from 100 to 0, and right before you sleep, and then you start thinking about the things you want to manifest in your life, and it uses like the brain waves that we normally shift in our everyday lives. We normally are in the beta state, and then we go to the alpha state in the brain waves, and it claims like this brain just claims like being like in contact with dead people and everything. I don't know what was that all about. Maybe it's like a marketing strategy for selling like books or having something interesting to tell in the workshops they do, or they did. I don't know if this is still happening, but he's into something here, when we are about to sleep. It's true that consciousness like slightly disappears, and you can like have a little more perspective on your life without this ego being present in you. And it's quite useful. I don't know. I did it for a few nights, and I saw an improvement. But honestly, what changed me the most was I had this near-death experience, and it honestly changed me. I was gone for 2 minutes, and uh, somebody found me here in my room, and I woke up in the ER, and they say that I arrived without any like breathing, and my pulse was really weak, and at some point I was gone. I was gone for 2 minutes, and that whole experience was like honestly really traumatic for me. It's heavy because I'm autistic too, and I was diagnosed with autism not that long ago, so I know how to mask it. I lived most of my childhood and most of my teenage years masking everything until it was like every day for me. But I didn't knew that I knew I was different, but it's because I felt rejection from other people. That was the only thing. That was the only thing that made me realize that I was different from others. But it was not a hindrance in my everyday life. Some people with autism have it. People with autism and this condition have it really rough. They are really limited in their lives, and they need a lot of help. I'm actually really lucky to be like neurodivergent, but not having this sort of issues with my my personal maintenance or like working. It's actually helpful because it allows me to focus in so many things at once. I can manage stressful situations really well. But when it comes to like everyday interactions or reading people, or I get it, it's difficult for me because I don't know how to take things with double meanings. And people use that for everything. People use double meanings for everything. They communicate in this sort of code that I have a really hard time cracking. But since I was diagnosed with autism, everything clicked into place. I finally understood what was the deal with me, and it allowed me to, understand myself better and solving the puzzle of me for real. And since then, I'm living life more relaxed. To be honest, it was a relief because it allowed me to be more forgiving with myself. Sometimes we tend to be really rough with ourselves. We tend to judge ourselves really hard. And I wanted to share this, like, I'm japping about it because I'm rambled, okay? But I wanted to share my experience with people because if you're feeling this, if you're feeling like you don't matter, that you have issues, everybody does. Everybody has issues. And we feel like the fear of rejection, fear of missing out. That's pretty normal. You're not alone, guys, okay? If you ever happen to stumble upon my channel and see this, I want to remind you that you are really important, that you matter for your friends or your family. Or if you are a lonely person, your life has so much potential. You could be minding your own business and then finding a stranger, and something you say or something you guys talk about could change this person's perspective forever. You don't know what's gonna happen next. So this is an invitation for people to be forgiving with themselves, because I was missing that. I was being really hard with myself, and actually it's not a healthy way of living your life, you know. After experience that, after like that near death experience happened to me, my ego just shattered, and I was able to finally enjoy life without the fear of dying. Because honestly, it was like constant worry in the back of my mind. It was a lingering thought, always there, like, am I doing things good? What happens if I die? And there's all sorts of like these weird intrusive things happening in the back of my mind. And honestly, all got quiet since then, and it's just me. I still struggle with depression because it's the structure of my brain that it's like lacking something. I don't know, but I'm in treatment for that. It's helping me a lot. But sometimes I have my bleak days, and it's not an excuse, you know. It's like everything. Everything needs to be like trained, and we with these things in our minds, we tend to train backwards. We tend to train and reinforce these negative thoughts, thinking negatively about yourself, the outcomes, the things you do, judging you too hard, seeking perfection. It's not possible. Being perfect is not possible. You can be really good at what you do. You can pursue excellence, but perfection is from the realm of the gods. It's not possible. So understanding this allows you to be free and enjoy life and do the things that you actually want to do. There's a difference between living your life and doing things with your life. You know, being part of your life and living your life is something completely different. And if you're struggling with these things, I want to remind you that things get better. And everyone had this sort of battle in their own life at some point. So you're not alone with this. And actually I wanted to share my weird dream because it symbolizes like something died inside me that now is not longer there, like being a weight over my life, and now I'm free to explore my art. I'm sharing videos of songs that I like, even though they have mistakes, because I want to expose to myself and actually leaving my comfort zone and showing my mistakes too, because I tend to pursue perfection. But it's just not possible. Being perfect is not possible. So I'm exposing myself to fail and showing this to people to actually let myself know that if I fail, nothing's gonna happen. Really, failing is actually the way you learn. If you want to learn something and you always pursue perfection, you're never gonna like take this jump. You need to fall and learn from that fall. Where do you hit while you're falling? When you hit the ground. When you hit the ground, what are you hurting? So you do it better next time, right? And actually overcoming that fear of failing and actually doing it is the way you teach yourself things. Okay? So I don't know what was this japping about. I think it was about sharing my dream, because it was honestly I wanted to share my dream because honestly it was shocking to see like this part of me enjoying someone dying, but it was just a dream, you know. And when we are dreaming, we can feel things so foreign to our normal everyday selves. There was this part of me like suppressed inside me, like the empathy. It was gone because I was sleeping, so it was normal to see like these symbolisms thrown into my processing of thoughts. It was honestly so weird. But yeah, now that I know its meaning, I can rest because I'm not a psychopath. I have a lot of traits that look like being a psychopath, but I'm not. I'm not a psychopath. I'm just autistic as fuck. The detachment from reality, the lack of the lack of understanding for others. It's not the same as saying that I don't care about people, because I deeply care about people. But I don't understand people sometimes. And it's not me being a psychopath, it's just that I have this like a hindrance in my way of processing life that actually blocks the understanding of others. But I do care about people, like a lot. In the sense that I want to help them, or I want to be nice for people around me. So yeah, I wanted to make this update because it's been a while since I don't speak with you guys, and I like to do it. I'm gonna do it more often, I guess. I can do lives now, so I can live stream. I've been rehearsing these songs, and I'm planning to do a live stream of these songs really soon. So if you wanna catch that, so I can go live now, and I can do live streams now, and I'm rehearsing these songs. I'm planning to show in my live stream. So if you guys wanna tune, that'll be cool. I don't know. You're gonna be there. I saved my live streams. I didn't save the first one because there was like this dude like like being rude to me and saying nasty shit to me. but the others are there. I count them as the first one, even though it's not the truth. But they are there. So if you guys want to watch it, it's gonna be stored in my channel. If you guys want to take a look at it, if you guys want to take a look at it, it's gonna be there, posted. And yeah, so I don't know what this yapping was all about. I think it was my way of processing that weird dream that I had. And yeah. So be good, kids. Be good. Stay off drugs. And see you next time. Okay? Bye.